One of the questions that we didn't get a chance to dive into and really answer well in our conversation a week ago about abiding was how do you talk to your children about abiding? How do you bring up the subject with them? Well, part of that really depends upon the age of the child. I think you're going to do different things with a preschooler or a school-age child or a middle school student or high school student or even an adult child for that matter. But when I think about how you talk to your child about abiding, the first thing I would say is I really think the practice of abiding is probably more caught than taught. So from that aspect, they'll see it demonstrated in you. So if you're spending time praying, if you're spending time reading scripture, if you're spending time having spiritual conversations, if you're practicing some of the disciplines, whether it's journaling, whether it's solitude, whether it is just stillness and quiet. And I recognize that's kind of hard with like real little ones, but from that standpoint, people observe that, they see that, they notice that in you. So I think from that standpoint, you practice those disciplines in front of your kids as well. But I also think you talk to them about them. I mean, when your child may interrupt you because you're trying to read or you're trying to pray or you're trying to practice a discipline of solitude or some of those things, it's talking to them about that. What are you doing? Why are you doing that? Because you love Christ and that you want to engage with him and that you want to live connected to him. And so I think it opens up opportunities for you to share about your faith with your child as well. The last one I think I would share would be about just simply telling the stories. What is it that God is teaching you, and how did you learn that? Did you hear it by listening, by studying? Is it something that you learned by journaling? Is it something that you learned because another Christ follower shared that story with you? Is it something that you learned because you were still and meditating on a passage of scripture? So it's kind of sharing the story, but sharing kind of how you learned that, how you gained that insight. I know there are lots of many other ways that we can practice abiding and share that practice with our kids in a sense of talking about it with them. I'd love to know your thoughts. Please feel free to leave your comments here as well. We'll be watching them this week, and please feel free to share.